Is your scooter a little sketchy? Or maybe it just sounds like trash? Or worst of all, maybe you're just struggling to learn new tricks because your scooter is so heavy, it feels like you're working out. Don't sweat it. I've got the hookup for you. I'm going to show you all of the professional parts that I ride on my own scooter. And for those of you shredders who are watching this video right now, I'm going to slip in a super big, fat discount that you definitely don't want to miss out on. Like, they're going to be bigger than even our Black Friday deals that are happening next week. And it's exclusively available for you guys watching this video. Okay, let's get that intro rolling and get into the video. Man, it's so nice out here today. It's crazy. I actually had this video completely set up to do in the Rapture workshop, but at the last second, I peeked outside. I was like, whoa, we actually got a little bit of sun, and it's not too cold out. So I thought it'd be so much more fun to actually go out and ride and explain what parts I'm riding while I'm actually riding and having a good time instead of just being stuck in a workshop, you know, behind a table, just explaining how cool these parts are. So let's get into the first part. We're gonna start at the top. So let's go ahead and focus on these Rapture balance grips. I personally ride the black Rapture balance grips in the super soft formula. We have two different compounds on our website. One is a little bit stiffer and a little bit longer lasting. These ones that I'm riding are the super soft ones, and they are freakishly soft. Like, they are like holding marshmallows in your hand, but they're so good at just like staying on your grips. Like, I don't ever get throttle grips. That's one of the biggest things about these grips that I love. They're also 160 millimeters long, so they got that perfect width that you don't have to worry about your hands like catching metal. Like, you catch the grip right where you need to, and it feels great on the bars. We also have a bunch of other colors on our website, between like red, green, clear even. We have transparent. We literally have a grip that you can put on your bars. You can put stickers under it, and you can see the stickers underneath the grips. It's the craziest thing. We also have red, white, and blue. We got some cotton candy, just a whole bunch of different grips. You guys can check them out at rapturescooters.com. But now let's move on to the next part. Moving just a little bit south, we've got the handlebars. I'm personally riding the Rapture titanium T-bars. Did I say titanium? Yeah, say titanium. They're so light, it's ridiculous. They're only like 1.7 pounds, and I actually ride my bars at 24 by 24. So they're really more like 1.5 pounds. When you start cutting down the bars, you take off a little bit of the weight along with the bars, because you know you're actually like losing the material while you're doing it. But man, these things, they bar spin so effortlessly, and they just whip around. If you guys have never rode titanium, you're really missing out. If you're not on the titanium train, get on the titanium train. I promise you won't regret it. It makes bri flips and buttercups and just any overhead trick just way easier. And also, they're just like way stronger. Tonight I've rode steel bars too. They're just like twice the weight of titanium. So if you guys are looking for that lightweight and super strong, durable bars, you gotta check out some Rapture titanium bars. We got 3 different models. I personally love the titanium T-bars, but I find myself flickering back and forth between the Yang bars and the Aero bars. Over the past like 6 years, I've never actually broken a pair, but I just kind of swap between them when I get too tired of riding the same bar. So right now I'm on the T-bar just because they just feel great, and I've been around for like 2 years now, so it might be even time to change them eventually. But for right now, rocking the T-bars, and I'm loving it. But that's enough about the bars. Let's move down to the belt holding this scooter together. I like to refer to the clamp as the belt because it's kind of like the thing that holds your pants up. It holds your bars onto the bottom half of your scooter, and it holds your deck up to the upper part of your bars. That's why we also have the below and above belt package on our website. But anyways, we got the Rapture balance clamp on. It's 3 bolts, so it's not going anywhere, staying on nice and tight. It's also super light. And honestly, with the clamp, this is one thing that I cannot stress enough. You do not want to skimp out on your clamp. If you're skimping out on your clamp, you're going to crack your bars, like, without a doubt. If you can see your actual slit on your bars through your clamp, you're not riding the right clamp. So make sure you get a nice clamp. It doesn't have to be a Rapture clamp, but just take this as a side note. If you guys have titanium bars especially, you will probably snap them if you're riding a clamp and you can see your slit through. For example, like those Ethic Stealth clamps, get those things out of here. Like, those things are just like the bar snappers. Anyways, the Rapture balance clamp, nice and balanced between weight and strength. Can't go wrong with it. We got two different colorways. We got raw and black. I'm personally riding the black right now. I kind of like that little separation between the bars to the deck to the fork, because now we're gonna move down to the fork. I've got the Rapture raw balance forks. The forks and the bars are almost the exact same color because they're both in the raw format. And I just love being able to see like the single tube. It almost looks like it disappears through the head tube and it goes like into the bars. It's I don't know. It's just something I've always liked. When they spin, it looks like it's one piece, and it looks cool to me. But just like with all of our parts, ridiculously light. It's so light, it's like less than half a pound, and they're made for HIC and SCS compression. You can ride either one. You just take the shim off if you're gonna ride SCS and put that HIC shim back on if you're gonna ride HIC. One thing I want to mention about the fork is it has a built-in nut to the actual fork. So if you got one tool and one tool only, you can literally take your front wheel on and off as many times as you want without having to worry about grabbing like a 13mm Allen key, because the nut is actually held in the fork. It makes it super nice, especially when you're at the park and you need to work on your scooter. As well, this fork is super durable. For reference, I've been riding this same exact fork on my scooter for over about 2.5 years. Let's see, I was doing the Daniel Dare's outlet competition, and I did my first double flares on it, and it's still holding up. That was 2 years ago, and I've done double flares since then. I landed flat. I land flat a lot, not just on double flares. And so that should be a good signal to show you guys that this fork is premium. It's really good, and it has a good weight distribution too. We call it the balance fork because it just, like when you hold it, like in the middle, the fork balances. It just like balances so perfectly. So definitely highly recommend this fork. But now wrapped around that fork, let's move on to the headset. Honestly, not a ton to say about this headset besides it's just so buttery smooth. The headset works so perfectly with our fork and our compression. So if you want a good headset, definitely pick up a Rapture headset. It'll keep you moving and gliding. I've been riding this one for like, I don't think I've ever changed out my headset. It's just one of those things that it's a part I don't even think about. I just kind of carry it onto my next scooter whenever I build up a new scooter. So this one might be like from the infancy of when I started Rapture back like in 2017. So but that just is a testimony to how good they actually are. So let's not talk about the headset too long. Let's move on to the deck now. You already know I'm rocking the Rapture Spider deck. This is one of my all-time favorite decks. It's now actually the second generation. We had a first generation. It had some different dropouts on the backside. They were a little more straighter on the edge. We made them a little more angled now, and they're so much cleaner. And honestly, everything about this deck, it feels so good. Our hugest thing is always balance. So one of the key elements to all of our parts is just finding that balance point, making sure that it's completely centered. We don't want to be back heavy or front heavy. It's so much harder to whip around your scooter when it's front or back heavy. We've also got a lot of foot space because of how close our head tube is to the nose of the actual deck. So if you guys like foot space and you want to maybe ride a slightly smaller deck, like I'm riding the 19.5 one personally. The 19.5 might be too small for a lot of people, but because we have more foot space, it actually opens up the platform. So if you got some bigger feet, feels amazing. We even got a 20.5 version. I'm also rocking the deck hole, so this deck is even brought down even lighter than it already is. It comes stock at like 2.8 pounds, which is already like super light for a deck, but with the deck holes it brings it down to like 2.6 pounds, so it's like feather light. And it's really strong too. The deck holes don't weaken the structure of the deck at all. When we drill the deck holes, we put them right on the top surface, not through the support beams on the side, running perpendicular with the deck. If you do that, your deck definitely snaps, so don't do that. So we definitely know what we're doing when it comes to deck holes, and it's just a great way to get the deck even lighter, so your entire scooter just can be as light as possible. So you're not lifting weights at the skate park, save that for the gym. Coming up to the last part now on the scooter, we're gonna talk about the wheels. I'm riding the 110 Rapture Yin Yang wheels with white urethane. These wheels are so sick. I love the way they look when they spin, and if you have the right frame rate on your camera, they actually sometimes look like they're rolling backwards. It's really trippy on the eyes. Even like, I've had people compliment me and be like, bro, your wheels are like tripping me out when I'm watching you ride at the park. One thing to mention about these wheels is they're super light. The urethane on them is nice and grippy and very fast, so I don't have to worry about slowing down when you're at the park. I love these wheels because I can pump through the bowls and carve without worrying about slipping, and I can just mob through them and know that I'm gonna be just fine. It's really a comfortable wheel to ride. I also switch back and forth between the black and white urethane wheels like almost every season because I can't decide which ones I like better. Sometimes I go with one black, one white, sometimes I can't make up my mind. Right now I'm riding the white urethane ones, but I also love the black urethane ones. The white urethane ones seem to go with the raw fork, and just my own personal opinion, and with the raw titanium bar, so I love that combo. It just looks good to me. But literally last season I was riding the black on black Rapture Yin Yang wheel, so I really can't say which one I like better, but just for right now, I got the the white urethane wheels. But I think, man, that's already brought us to the end of this scooter check. That's crazy. That was fast. Just in case you guys thought I was gonna get out of here without giving you guys the special discount code, you're crazy. I want you guys to be able to rock as many Rapture parts as you can get your hands on. So since I know the holiday season is coming up and Christmas is literally right around the corner, I'm going to drop you guys a discount that is going to be bigger than our Black Friday sale. So if you use the code BFVID, you guys can go to RaptureProScooters.com and snag some parts at a hella discount. Like, this is going to be bigger than our Black Friday sale. Every year we do some of the crazy sales all year round. But for those of you guys who are watching this video right now and you're early, and the reason I put emphasis on early is because our parts sell out almost every year. We have some crazy deals on Black Friday, and as soon as we hit the live button on our website, we get parts that sell out within like hours. So definitely don't hesitate on this. And if the parts are already on sale, it's gonna be a double discount. So like, I've had people ask me before, hey, your one deck's on sale, is that already the sale? It's like, no. For example, our duo deck is like 180 normally or something like that. It's marked down to like 150 right now. You're gonna get another discount on top of that discount. It's gonna be one of the biggest sales we've ever put out, and that's why it's only gonna be in this video. So I'm not gonna be advertising this in any other format. So if you guys do want your friends to catch this deal too, definitely share this video with them. That's gonna bring me to the end of this video though. If you guys liked it, give me a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.